Hey, I'm Grant and welcome to the State of the Channel for October 9th. So, update. I don't think I have anything planned for coming out this week explicitly, but I have put out 2 videos, if you didn't see them, that are just some footage I was sitting on for the OSRS Blind series. It's something I want to keep going, but I've been sitting on this footage for so long and the circumstances of which I filmed it weren't that great. Like, I had to have the AC on because it was like 95 degrees in the room. The audio quality is not quite great. We had to share one microphone, so it doesn't really sound really good either, and the video quality wasn't recorded properly. So I figured I'm not gonna make it into a whole like pop circumstance. I'm just gonna put it out there, and then that'll be like our starting grounds. Otherwise, the second podcast is up. It's available on iTunes, Google Play. So far, it looks like everything's working out great. I still need to work out some issues with the thumbnails because I guess in most podcast apps, the thumbnail's square, whereas on YouTube and everything else I use, they use the 16:9 thumbnail. Well, the podcast app doesn't like that if you give it the 16:9, so it seems like they're just kind of shuffling in a weird way, so I have to rework all of that. Otherwise, I'm hoping to just keep everything going. I think I'm setting a good pace. I've started working on the stream art again, so I have a couple things in mind for how I want to handle that, and that should hopefully be up by the end of this week. I want to have that going. And then just updating the website continually. I want to add the ability to listen to the audio versions of the podcast through the website. That's the next kind of feature I want to add to the site. It's not a big deal because you can always go get it from Libsyn, but it would be kind of nice if everything's all in one go. And then after that, I'll probably start tackling the CSS and looks of the site, but that's pretty far down the line because it's a big endeavor and technically it's only a graphical update. So otherwise, this week is going to be, like I said, it's going to be mainly me filming the next podcast, which I think I've learned a lot after having that big long break and just rewatching the one we made and getting that stream going. That's something I think that I might want to make the next big priority is just the stream. Because once I have that going and working, then I'll stream everything. Because like, why not? I'll just turn it on. If I'm just playing some Destiny like PvP, why not play an end stream? So we'll see how that works out. The main concern I have is I have a green screen and it's, on one hand, it is amazing. Like, it looks great on stream. It's so seamless. As long as I properly light it, it just fits in with all the rest of the artwork. The downside is it's a giant eyesore to keep up. Like, it's a massive green screen, but it's also a huge pain to like put up and take down every time. So I'm torn. Like, if I want this to be easy, I can't use the green screen. But if I don't use the green screen, how do I want to handle this video? Because it's great when I have just the outline with the green screen, that's awesome. But if I don't, then I have this really awkward wide box. But then if I shorten the box, I have to like very specifically stay centered on the screen. Otherwise I'll keep going in and out of the shot, and that doesn't look good either. So I'm still kind of tweaking that. I have to get out the artwork. I really liked my old stream art, but it was tied to like specific games. So I'm trying to make that generic and still get all of the info out that I want to, as well as I need to update my ad, which I've never seen me stream before. I love this little ad I made. All it is just a green screen image that just like rotates like little thumbnails and like text links. And it just says like, hey, I did this, check this out. Or hey, did you know I have a podcast? Check that out. And I always love it. It feels so professional, but it's a whole thing to get it going again. And I'm trying to set all this up properly now, like do all these layers. So every time I have to do a reshuffle, it's not a big deal. Like before I would have all my like social media links just essentially burned in on the image. So if I wanted to change one, it was a whole like ordeal to like cut it out, remake the art, and then change the text, and I don't want that to happen. So, should be a fun week. I'm hoping to just like record a bunch over the next 2 weeks in addition to all that, and then starting hopefully the week after that, that's when stuff will start kind of coming out. So, lots to look forward to. As always, you can contact me over on Twitter. It's at taken4grantd, or on my email, which is grant@taken4grantd.com, and I'll see you guys again next week.